No, I'm just here to basically just co-host as well alongside Pickles, I guess. Hi Pickles, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you also, Mark.
Hey, nice to meet you,
Um,
Pickles.
yeah, so where we at? So, on the screen we have question number three already. Have we answered the first two questions?
Yeah, definitely. So I kind of, sorry, a little bit in more detail than originally intended, but yeah. So for the first two questions, sure. Let me just let me follow along 1 second here. Discord. All right.
It's
So for
okay.
the
Yeah.
yeah for the third question, so uh, yeah, can you provide examples of how the X528 platform could be used in real world applications such as decentralized social networks or DeFi applications? Well, I mean, we are using our X528 technology, along with our partners, Kratos technology, to create our own decentralized exchange aggregator. So we've developed our own custom algorithm which searches liquidity sources over multiple different blockchain networks to find the best possible price for your trade or your transaction. And then also in terms of real world applications, so X528, we will be launching our own crypto debit and credit cards, or Visa and MasterCards. So you'll actually be able to spend your crypto in real world applications like stores or anywhere or online, virtually anywhere that accepts Visa or MasterCard.
Okay, so the real world application of X528 basically is the Visa and MasterCard, is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so just to expand on that question, just as a follow-up, um, I feel like this would be something that the community would also be curious about, considering that majority of us um, are from the Philippines. Um, so the Philippines is a country that doesn't really have a lot of, I guess, payment terminals. What does X528 plan on, like, countries and regions like that? It's pretty common in Southeast Asian countries as well, not only the Philippines. For example, um, Thailand or even Indonesia.
Yeah, so you're asking which markets that we plan to target?
No, I mean, for example, in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
we are still very dependent on the cash economy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have smaller I guess stores, so we call them sari sari store.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically just like storefronts in people's houses, right? They
Oh, okay.
obviously don't have payment terminals that would take debit or credit payments. How do you plan on applying that real world I guess function on to countries like the Philippines?
Yeah, so actually, we're just in talks with our card provider to offer real world. So, like, what we're looking at doing is creating payment solutions for small businesses. So, we could create like a similar to an Apple Pay, would it be like an X528 Pay, where you'd be able to pay like card to card using your mobile phones. So something like, or I mean, you'd have obviously like a plugin, an extension that you'd be able to plug into your phone, like similar to like Stripe and those kind of applications, where as a small business you would just need the tap basically, and then as a user or as a purchaser you would be able to tap your phone using your X528 virtual card to pay. But I mean that's a little bit of a ways out, so we're just kind of like in early negotiations on how that would work. But that's definitely a solution that we're looking at implementing. So I think that could really help, small businesses or small business owners that don't have access to like the Visa or MasterCard payment, like the actual payment processors.
Okay, yeah, it would be really interesting if X528 can explore something like mobile payment systems like we already have in the Philippines. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ernie had also mentioned about Gcash. So we've kind of been doing some research into Gcash to see if we could provide a product similar or better. And actually, I think part of our plan was to actually engage the community and see what products that we could offer that would be similar or a better solution than Gcash or a local payment provider.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's interesting. So in Philippines actually is the leading country that transacts payments through mobile mobile payment systems. So that would be really good. There's definitely a huge market on that. Um, Now the next question, how does the X528 platform address issues of scalability and interoperability with other blockchain networks?
Yeah, so I think we're in a very unique position compared to any of our competitors. Well, I shouldn't say any, but the majority of our competitors, specifically just because we've got access to our partners' technology, their cross-chain technology, and because we can do cross-chain without bridging. And I mean, I think that's such a key element to highlight. Like, I mean, other of our other competitors can actually still do cross-chain, but by relying on bridging, it's really, really expensive, and it takes a few minutes to actually before your trade can even clear. And so it's not very practical to actually expand and do scalability. But because we can do it instantly, we can actually just bridge, like you can trade across any, or even just use decentralized applications over any blockchain network instantly using our technology. So we're essentially unlocking TVL on each different chain instantly for our users. So I mean, it's a really cool technology. We're really excited to be rolling it out.
Okay, right. So this is probably a good opportunity to segue in the community questions. So, operator, can I please get question number one on the screen for everyone to see? Right. So, Mark, I have here community question number one. Do you see yourself being the top cryptocurrency exchange platform in the future? If yes, how long and why? And are you thinking of trading NFTs on the same platform?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that's our goal. Our goal is to be the top decentralized exchange platform in the world. And I mean, we do have some competition, of course. I think 1inch is one of the biggest. But just given like our unique technology, like I just mentioned, with our ability to unlock TVL over multiple different networks instantaneously, this will give us a massive competitive advantage. Plus, rolling out our payment card systems, I think that will really flow through our users to drive value for our users. So we're hoping within the next 5 years, to beat 1inch as one of the decentralized exchange service providers, and not just including our cards and our cross-chain swaps, but a whole variety and suite of products that we have lined up, including artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency options trading, basically like any kind of product that we believe would drive value for our community and for our users. That's how we plan to become the top decentralized exchange within the next 5 years. And for NFT trading, we have definitely to be able to offer NFTs on our exchange. We definitely have talked about it, and I think right now we're just our main focus is getting the cross-chain swaps off the ground, making sure that we're including all the chains that we want to be able to include, including like Binance Smart Chain, Optimism, virtually every single EVM, Ethereum virtual machine based network in the beginning. And we'll also be looking at adding Solana and other different networks outside of EVM chains as well.
Okay, yeah, that's I guess that's a um good plan. Having that plan in place for the next 5 years, definitely something for the community to look forward to. Um, cool. So can we have the second community question on the screen for everyone to see? Cool. How do you plan to address any regulatory challenges or legal considerations related to operating a decentralized crypto platform?
A decentralized crypto platform. Yeah, so we're really, really lucky. So we've brought through our network, we actually got put in touch with one of the top. Well, he was formerly one of the top crypto lawyers out of the Cayman Islands, and he's now moved on. He just does specifically like legal consulting and directorships. So he's actually joined our board as an advisor. It's not like, I mean, it's not an official. It's an informal advisory, but he's designed our entire regulatory structure. And we're getting a formal legal opinion written by one of the top law firms out of the Cayman Islands, which is where our company will be registered. So we are currently a legal entity registered out of the British Virgin Islands, but we're evolving our structure to incorporate, to include the DAO. So the DAO will be operating as a foundation out of the Cayman Islands, and the way that our legal consultant has drafted everything is the DAO actually exists in the blockchain space independently of anything else. And so as the DAO, as which is our community that actually owns the platform, we're allowed to trade currently in the current regulatory environment. We're allowed to operate without any issues. However, we still will be restricting U.S. Customers, anyone that's U.S. based, just because our legal consultants have advised us to do that. However, we're continuing to monitor the ongoing regulatory environment, and we're obviously open to applying for any licenses as needed. And we've got our a great legal team in place to be able to do that.
Okay. Do you mind shedding some light around that restriction on the on the U.S. customers, just in case anyone from listening right now or about to listen to this recording is from the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, just the way that the SEC has really positioned themselves in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, they're not they're not the easiest to deal with, and the U.S.'s reach is so far that we've just been advised by our legal team. And I mean, I think most projects in the crypto space just exclude the US. I think maybe at some point in the future, we would definitely go after the US market. But, we just want to make sure that we're well established and well funded because if we do need to apply for numerous licenses, if we were going to go into the US market, or even just evaluating the US regulatory structure, it's a lot. So I think we currently just want to roll it out in the easiest way possible, which is just excluding the U.S. to make sure that from a regulatory perspective, the platform is safe and it won't have any issues operating globally.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's move on to question 3. How do you plan to address concerns about potential risks such as scams or hacking within the GameFi ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, we don't actually do GameFi, but we also have, again, discussed future plans of potentially launching our own X528 metaverse game. Again, this is like 5-year plans. I mean, nothing coming up soon, but it's definitely something the team has been interested in doing, and hopefully we'll do at some point in the near future. But in terms of actually protecting our users and our community from hacks or scams, that was like number one, most important to us. And that's really part of the whole reason why we started along the path of X528, was to create like a secure exchange that people can trust and rely on to ensure that their assets are safe. So not only, I mean, are we running, of course, like blockchain technology, so that everything operates decentralized using smart contracts. Smart contracts will be audited. We're looking at CertiK, Hacken, and a few other different smart contract auditors to ensure that the code is safe. But in addition to that, we're also working with an insurance company called Realm Insurance to offer to back our products with their insurance. So even if there was smart contract hacks or bugs or anything like that, it'd actually be insured. So our users are always safe. Your funds are always safe. And that was one of our biggest goals with creating X528.
Okay. So do you mind talking more about the insurance part of things? I think that would be interesting, and I think the community would be interested to learn more about that.
Sure, yeah. Actually, so we got put in touch with, they're based out of the Bahamas. They're called, Bermuda, and they're called Realm, RELM Insurance. They're backed by Deltec Bank, also out of Bermuda. And actually, they sponsored the Bitcoin Miami conference that just occurred I think not last week, but the other week. And so, yeah, we've been in touch with them, and basically we're going to be insuring our smart contract code against any bugs or hacks. So if there was ever any breach, I mean, obviously, like we are running blockchain technology, so it should be the most secure technology in the world, as blockchain is meant to be. But if there, in the event of any smart contract bugs, or if there's any kind of incident or issues, every single transaction that occurs on our platform is insured. So you would get your money, no matter what happens, your money is safe. You'll always get your, like, even if any kind of incident occurred, your money will be backed up by Realm. So if there's any event, they would actually reimburse you. And on top, in addition, they're not just insuring our transactions, but they also have a partnership with Chainalysis. So if there was any kind of event that occurred, we'd also be insured. They would also pay for Chainalysis to do some forensics to actually just like try and determine where the money was going, all in real time. So yeah, I think our goal is to make them one of the most secure exchanges that we can, not just for our community and our users to trade and purchase on, but also for ourselves. Just so that we have peace of mind when we're trading, when we're transacting, we know that our funds are safe. So that was really, I guess, our main mission with X528.
Okay, yeah, that's really good for peace of mind for every user of X528. So that's amazing. Question number 4. What is the roadmap for the development and launch of your token?
Yeah, so very exciting stuff. I think we are a little bit ambitious, but currently what we're looking at rolling out within the rest of 2023 is really just focusing on our cross-chain swaps. So looking at integrating as many EVM networks and liquidity sources as we can, just so that we can kind of expand out our pricing arbitrage for our traders, and also getting into place our fiat on/off ramp. So working with our card partner to get that into place, just so that we can try and make the lowest fees possible if you want to be able to purchase crypto using your debit card or using your fiat cash. And then also by the end of the year, looking at rolling out our X528 cards program. So we'll actually be sending out you as a user for free your own X528 crypto debit or credit card, whether it's a Visa or MasterCard. So that's kind of our main focus for the rest of 2023. And then going into 2024 and beyond, we're looking at offering cryptocurrency options trading along with artificial intelligence. So we're planning to integrate AI into our platform, which would give artificial intelligence drive trade signals to kind of help give our traders a more of a competitive edge, and just to like optimize your portfolio strategies.
Okay. There's actually one question in the chat about 3 minutes ago. I guess this is more about a couple questions ago. Is there a mobile feature, and do you have authentication features?
Like a mobile app, is that the
I think
question?
that's what they're asking. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. So we're in the process of rolling out. So it'll be web and mobile app version. So we're looking at obviously on the Apple Store and on Google Play. And so we will currently, as it stands, it's going to be similar to how like 1inch operates. So you'll be able. There's no. You'll be able to set a password and things like that. But for the two-factor authentication, I think that will come. We will be looking at integrating something like that, but in the initial version, it probably will just be your passcode.
Passcode. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I can't find who asked it anymore. MJ08 from YGG. There we go. All right.
Nice. Thanks, MJ.
So thank you, MJ. We move on to the next question now, just the last one from the community. What kind of governance structure does X528 have in place as a DAO? And how can token holders participate in decision making for the project?
Yeah, so essentially, like we wanted to encourage any single member of the community to be able to be active and participate in X528 governance. So what we plan to do is we're having governance forums on Discourse and on our Discord. So we'll kind of be encouraging or facilitating anyone who wants to post ideas to be able to put up, their ideas on the forums. Get our, the rest of the community to get involved and to kind of discuss if they like the idea or if they don't like the idea. and the reasons why. Then we would do a poll, and if the poll passes, the proposal or the idea would move to an actual vote on a snapshot. So it's kind of like initially all kind of running off chain, but that's how we were initially proposing it. However, Magnus had some other ideas on how we could use other off chain voting providers to. Our goal is to actually be able to enable our users to vote directly off their phone, to make it really, really easy directly off the X528 app, to really encourage and just make it as easy as possible to participate in governance. But only X528 token holders will be able to vote on Snapshot or for the actual like on-chain or off-chain governance portion. So if you're an X528 token holder and if you're staking your tokens, you'll be able to vote. If you're not an X528 token holder, or if you're not staking your X528 tokens, you won't be able to vote. But we do at some point in the future, we're looking at also just encourage, I guess, using community incentives to help encourage governance. So whatever that might look like, it could be rewards for every time people vote or things like that, just to really encourage people to get involved in the community and encourage people to get involved in the governance. Because I mean, X528, it does run as we're a DAO, so I mean it's owned and operated by you, the community, right? By us as the community.
Okay, interesting structure. So those are the 5 community questions that we have chosen. The people who have asked those questions are also going to receive some prizes from X528.
Awesome.
Please stay tuned. Wait for the team to contact you for you to claim your prizes. All right. I just have a few more questions for you, Mark, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, anytime. I mean, I also just wanted to mention, like, if anybody has questions else after the AMA, we're always here to answer any questions. I don't think, feel free to send questions on the support chat, or even once we set up the governance forum, like, feel free to post any questions or ideas that you may have.
Yep. Okay, so next question that I have for you, what unique features or benefits does this project offer that are not found in other similar projects?
Yeah, I think like one of the biggest features that we have is our cross-chain ability without bridging, and I think the biggest element is not having to bridge, but also like not just specifically that technology, but I guess the whole ecosystem that we've designed. So from being able to do cross-chain swaps, from being able to get a crypto debit or a Visa or MasterCard, to having our own fiat on/off ramp, so we can reduce the fees for people to on-ramp fiat, or to on-ramp or off-ramp fiat into the space. So that would be like your local currencies, and really just like, I guess, the full suite of products that we plan to launch, including artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency options trading. But again, those are future integrations that will be probably 2024, towards the last half of 2024 is what we'd be looking at beginning those kind of integrations. But yeah, I guess it's just the entire suite of products that would make us significantly more competitive against any of our competitors.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like the X528 team really has a lot in store for the community.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited to get all of our products launched. So really looking forward to that.
I guess following on to that question, and this is probably going to get into more of like the technical side of things. What is the competitive landscape for this project, and how does it compare to other similar projects in terms of market share?
Yeah, so I mean, there is quite a. If you're talking just specifically about dexes, there are of course a lot of dexes out there, but other competitors that do specifically what we do are very, very few, especially with the cross-chain technology. So I'm gonna keep bringing it up, but it's such a cool technology, and like how we've designed it. So actually, what we're planning to do is just list all the lowest prices on each chain. So you can actually see as a user of the platform, you'll be able to see, what the lowest price, if you're, let's say, if you're purchasing crypto, you'll be able to see what the lowest price was on each network. And if you wanted to sell crypto, you'll be able to see what the highest price is on each network. So, I mean, if you could actually, and especially if you're running like a flash bot or something like that, you could instantly capture that arbitrage between, like, let's say if Ethereum, the lowest price for Ethereum on, Polygon or something was like 1,500, and then you turned around and we found the highest price at 1,700 on Avalanche or something like that. I mean, you could instantly capture like a $200 pricing arbitrage right there. I mean, this is like hypothetical examples, not a real life scenario, but that's just what we're capable of offering for anyone that's using our platform.
Right, and all of this in a mobile app as well. I think that's pretty amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, really excited to roll out these products. It's yeah, we're looking June, towards the end of June, to having our initial MVP. And again, anyone that signed up for a beta test will be the first people to take a look at it and just see how they like it, how it works, and we'll be obviously looking forward to your feedback, and to make any changes or updates if needed.
Yeah, so if you haven't signed up to the beta test, please make sure that you do. Cool. I guess this is going to be my last question from my end, unless I see any more questions from the community. What challenges do you anticipate in the development and adoption of the X528 platform, and how do you plan to address them?
Yeah, I mean, I think with any project, there's always challenges and blocks, roadblocks. But I think the biggest thing that we have going for X528 is our team, and not just our team, but also our advisors, and everyone that's contributed and helped to make X528 where it is today. But like I mentioned earlier about on the call with about Magnus, our CTO, like I'm on the development chats. So I see, anytime that they run into an issue or they run into a challenge, Magnus is always there with the solution. And then we've got also a few of our other really key guys on the tech side of things that have a wealth of experience and really understand, not just blockchain technology, but also Web 2. So, I think the merging of those really gives us a huge advantage. And of course, from the marketing side, we've got Ernie, who's like a full service marketing guy. We've got from design to video production to music. Ernie's he's the full package deal, right? So yeah, really, I think our team, our core team, and the core contributors towards the DAO. That's I think together with us and of course with the community. And I'd really like to, in the near future, get our governance forums kind of set up. But I think with the team and with the community together, we can definitely overcome any challenges or any obstacles that will come up in our way as we go on this journey of X528.
Okay, yeah. Um, we have one question from the community, at least one that I'm seeing right now, from Shix. What are the things that you made for X528 that you are really proud of right now? Is there anything, Mark?
Yeah, I think again, I keep bringing up the cross chain, but it's just like it's such a cool technology. It's something so unique, and I think the way that we're using it and what we're doing, and really like we'll have this coming, well, probably this week, within the next couple of weeks, we're actually doing a cross chain test demo. So I think once we have that ready, we can maybe release it to the community as well. I'll double check, of course, with our team, but I'm really excited to see the cross-chain pricing arbitrage that we can offer for our traders and for our users, and for the community. So really our goal is to help people make money in the space. And I think that's what excites me the most about this cross-chain technology, because I think I see the opportunity for people to make money, trading between chains. So yeah, I think that's the thing we're most excited about to be offering right now, along with the crypto debit cards. So that's also, I think, really cool. You'll be able to, and not just like a physical card, but it'll also be a virtual card. So you could spend money on your phone, on your debit card. So you can actually use your crypto in real world applications, which is awesome.
Okay. So there's a follow-up question. Because you mentioned cross-chain. Do we, do we, to be the this person's question is, what advantages does X528 as a cross-chain decentralized exchange aggregator offer compared to traditional centralized exchanges?
Oh, so many, and like I think the biggest key difference, and for me, like as a just my personal opinion, I don't trust and I don't like centralized exchanges. I mean, the whole point of blockchain technology and Bitcoin was to decentralize everything, right? So that was the whole movement behind blockchain, was to rely on blockchain technology to make things open, transparent, and secure, and centralized exchanges are the exact opposite of that. So like everything that blockchain stands for, centralized exchanges are the opposite. They're not open, they're not transparent, they're not secure. Obviously, seen by FTX and these kind of like huge scandals that just give blockchain and crypto a bad name. And it's like they don't even use, like, centralized exchanges don't even use blockchain technology. They're just like a regular company that's profiting off the blockchain movement. So for me, like, I don't even feel like they should have a future in blockchain and in cryptocurrency. They don't belong there. But operating as a decentralized exchange, we actually rely on blockchain technology. So we're using Ethereum. That's our main kind of our network, especially for our token launch. And obviously looking at Arbitrum and Polygon on our initial launch. So I mean, we're relying on blockchain technology. We're open, we're transparent, we're secure. As you know, blockchain technology is some of the most securest technology in the world. Bitcoin completely unhackable currently to date. No one can hack it. When you look at centralized exchanges, and they've got how many centralized exchanges have gotten hacked. So yeah, I think like just running on decentralized network is such an advantage over any centralized exchange. And then also just being able to provide low fees for our users. That's also our goal. And centralized exchanges, especially with their fiat on/off ramps. I mean, I'm not sure for anybody else, but for me, anytime I want to purchase crypto on a centralized exchange, the fees are insane. It's just like it's almost it's like robbery, it's extortion. So our goal with the decentralization is just to make blockchain accessible and cheap for everybody to use.
Okay. I hope that answers your question. I'm not even gonna attempt your name again. I'm really sorry for murdering your name, though. But I did find another interesting question here, Mark, if you have time for more. From
Yeah, of course.
Simpnest. I don't know if this has been answered earlier, but why did the team decide to name the project X528? Is it a lucky number or something?
A little bit of both, yeah. Personally, I am like very not superstitious, but I do believe in like the power of numbers. But actually, what 528 came from, so it actually stemmed from a frequency. So there's 528 hertz frequency, and it's meant to be like the frequency of life. So apparently, it's like supposed to connect you with heaven and earth, or whatever your, I guess, the definition of heaven is. But it's supposed to connect you with the universe and your like physical presence. So a lot of us on the team at 528 are very spiritual. So we do believe in, like, I guess this kind of like the universe and I guess an interconnectedness. So it kind of like fit with 528 as the frequency, where not just about this connectedness to the universe, but also about the message of 528, which is about like spreading love and like good deeds and like kindness across the world. And so that's also part of our message, and that's why we wanted it to be such a core part of what our platform was. Where we're not just about like making money, but also using blockchain and using X528 to try and do good things in the world, and that's what we're trying to encourage for ourselves and for X528 as a whole.
Okay. So what is X528? Like, I mean, not X5, but 528. Like, can you talk more about the 528 number there?
Yeah, so I mean, it's an actual frequency. So if you look at, I can actually play if I got my hold on a second here. Let me just pop up YouTube. So I can play for you 528 frequency. So it's an actual frequency, and
Okay,
like if you
yeah.
listen to it, so they've done studies on it, and if you listen to it, it's supposedly supposed to do DNA repair. It's also like, so they've proven that it gives you deep relaxation and like de-stressing, which is really cool. So I have listened to it a few times. Like it's let me see if I can play some here for you. So it's kind of just like this ambient music. Let's see, what is this? Like, sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Not sure why this isn't playing. Interesting. Huh. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Not sure why this isn't. I'm not sure. Can you hear it?
No, I'm not hearing anything.
Can you hear it? Yeah, maybe I need to get to speaker, but I guess I can share a link. Yeah, I can share a link in the chat, and then if anyone wants to listen to it. Maybe I need to get to speaker.
Yeah, for sure. Share the link, and the operator can probably also share audio anyways, so we can play that a little later on, maybe before our little surprise. There is another interesting question here. It's from Project X. What's the biggest why for the project, and what exactly are you trying to solve, given that there is already existing exchanges and payment platforms such as Binance and Gcash?
Yeah, I think like I mentioned, having our cross-chain technology is huge. But I guess the biggest problem that we're trying to solve is recreating, and like I mentioned before about centralized exchanges, we want to recreate something better than than a Binance, but having it decentralized, meaning it's more secure and safe and open and transparent, and also having it community run, which really to us as the kind of as our core contributor team, we're both supporting and encouraging the adoption of blockchain technology, whereas centralized exchanges don't actually use blockchain technology. So for us, it's like we want to see a future of decentralization and like decentralized banking, decentralized commerce, just essentially running the world as decentralized as we can, to make sure that it's open, it's transparent, it's trusted, and that it encourages community involvement.
Okay, I hope that answers your question, Project X. Community seems to be a reoccurring keyword from Mark's answers here. So I think that reflects exactly just how much they value the community. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what our goal and our vision, or I guess our hope for X528 is that it will be completely community run and owned and operated, and everything that does occur on X528 occurs because the community wanted it, or the community encouraged it, or if it was an idea from the community. So yeah, that's really our vision for what X528 could be.
Okay. Well, this is probably something that everyone is wondering about as well. How did the X528 build this big community like this? This person says that they're confused. Xiao Yu from Zentalk.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's a question for Ernie. He's like I said, our marketing genius. We did have some really good marketing strategies. Not I shouldn't say marketing. I don't like the word marketing, but community building strategies and community growth strategies, and to get people involved in the project. And so it's a lot of giveaways, a lot of just I guess unique kind of ideas that we had to help grow our community. And we've got a lot more coming. So, I mean, our goal is to, like I mentioned before, to have X528 completely community owned and operated. So, I mean, the bigger that we can grow the community, the better. The more people that are involved, or that own it, or that are, that own X528 and are part of it, I think the more ideas that we have, the bigger that we can grow, and the bigger presence that we'll have in the blockchain space.
Of course. Maybe Ernie should come up here and share some trade secrets, right?
Yeah, if he wants to, definitely.
Kidding. Only if Ernie wants to. Okay, I think this is a good time to show everyone our website. Don't you think so?
Yeah, sure. Let me. Sure if I can share my screen, but yeah, are you able to put it up on the stage there?
All
Yeah.
right, there we go. She's lagging a little bit. Do you want to start from the beginning again?
Mhm.
Thank you.
There's a mean lag on there. Nice.
All right, well, we're starting again.
Okay, sure.
All right. There is our little video about the website. Don't worry if it is very laggy on your end. We're going to be posting this for everyone to see again.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a great job. Another Ernie production there, just always top quality stuff.
Cool. So, Mark, do you want to take us through the website? How would you like to introduce the website to the community?
Yeah, I think well, currently as it stands, it's just more of like an informational website. So, like I mentioned, we'll have our initial MVP of the product. So that would be like the web trading and mobile app version coming up. But that will be like our beta test launch coming in June. And where again, if you signed up to be one of our beta testers, and I mean, when we say beta testing, it's just like we just are looking to get members from the community to just like test it, see how they like using it, if it's like easy to use, or if you've got any comments or feedback, like, hey, I think it would be better if we did this, or if we added this. Like, there's nothing really from the technical side unless you're kind of a technical expert, but it's anyone. Beta testing is open to anyone, so it's not like you need to be a technical expert. We just kind of want to get feedback from all angles on what we could do to make the app better. But in terms of the current website, so it's just it's kind of like informational. We've got some good videos up there that Ernie's made, and we've also got our NFTs. So really cool, and we haven't really talked about our NFTs at all, but I've seen the full collection. Ernie's made them, and they're really cool. Like really excited to launch our NFT collection. And yeah, so actually I think Ernie is going to be talking about that, so I won't go too much into that. But yeah, I mean, the website is live, and if anyone has any questions or comments or feedback on it, of course, like, please just let us know on Discord or anywhere in the chat. I would love to hear your feedback, and yeah, hopefully some more updates to the platform and the website coming soon.
All
And I guess
right. We're
I
just
think
waiting.
oh, sorry, I was going to say, I think we could just post maybe a link to the website in the chat.
Yeah, it's already in the chat for everyone to access.
Nice.
Cool. So we're just waiting for Ernie to come up just to introduce the NFTs. All right, there's Ernie. Hi, Ernie.
Ernie, you there?
Ernie.
Okay, I'm
No,
wondering if he's
Ernie, we
gone.
cannot
And
hear
yeah,
you.
there's some technical difficulties there. This message out. Nope. He's like, can somebody hear me? No, no one. Is your mic on, Ernie?
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
there we go. Yay!
Hi,
There you
brother.
go.
Can
Nice.
you hear me? Can you hear me? No?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Okay. So, this is about the NFT. In addition to our community meetup and official website launch happening tonight, I, as the CMO and art director of X528, I'm thrilled to announce that we have an exciting NFT collection to share with you all. Please take a moment to watch the video. Thank you. So, we will be posting this video across our
All right.
platform.
So, can we get you guys to expand a little bit more on the NFT collection?
Yeah. So, we will
Like
provide further
the video touched on the environmental partnership side of things. You mind talking about that, Mark?
Sure. Yeah. So, um, I guess part of our like I mentioned before, like I guess the kind of meaning behind 528 and the frequency and like doing good things in the world. So the environmental side. So we've actually partnered with an international charity called the Rainforest Partnership. So they're based out of the U.S. They're based out of Austin, Texas, and they actually they founded International Rainforest Day, which I think is coming up here in June, and basically what they do is they go into areas in South America and globally where there's rainforests, and they actually work with and partner with the indigenous communities there to help preserve and save the rainforests from, I guess, destruction, and they also help preserve the wildlife. In particular, they help save and preserve turtles. So our partnership with them, we really want to be able to help them to on their mission and on their goal to help save the rainforest, which to us is such a vital part of the world. So what we wanted to do is I think Ernie's dropped off, but so we're actually not planning to sell our NFTs. There'll be a free mint and they'll be given away to our community, to the X528 community, as I guess for core contributors and just as rewards and for people just being active and being a part of the community. You will be able to actually go and auction and sell your NFT afterwards if you wanted to, but you won't. It's not actually available for purchase. But if you did go and auction your NFT afterwards, we're including a 5% royalty on the NFT, which goes directly to the Rainforest Partnership. So anytime that you auction or sell your NFT, 5% of any of that auction sale would be donated directly to the Rainforest Partnership, as well as we're planning to donate 2 million tokens to the Rainforest Partnership. Of course, this would be submitted as a proposal to the community if we wanted to vote and to give them, to donate some tokens to them as part of one of our partnership arrangements. But we believe like, it will help them significantly in their efforts to preserve our rainforests.
There we go. It's a free mint NFT, and we're helping the environment.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's kind of like the messages behind 528 is really just helping people, and not just to make money, but also just helping our communities at large, right? So anywhere that we operate or anywhere that we have a presence, we want to make sure that we're helping the communities there. I mean, in terms of like, even like Philippines, India, Nigeria, Indonesia, like anywhere all over the world that our community is, we want to be able to encourage and help in those communities, not just with by trading and things like that, but like directly having an impact. If we have money in the treasury, in the DAO treasury, we can donate money to charities locally to help do all kinds of activities, like if it's donating for education or for to provide supplies or anything that our communities globally, the X528 community globally needs. So that's kind of our vision and our goal for what we want to be able to do with X528 and what we want to be able to do with the X528 treasury, granted that we're getting a steady flow of I guess money into the treasury so that we can sustain our donations and things like that.
Okay. There is a follow-up question on here, Mark. Doobie has very kindly changed his name to Doobie now. How many is the
Nice, I like
supply
it.
for the NFT? Is it 5K or 10K?
528. So we stuck with the name, and yeah, so it's a limited edition. We won't be minting anymore. We've got female and male versions of them, and yeah, looking forward to rolling them out.
Yeah, 528. That's very limited.
Yes. Yeah, we wanted to make them very, very limited edition. So, I mean, again, we're not like, the point of the NFTs wasn't for us to make money. It was more of like, to give away to our community and to members that, really valued and wanted them. And then again, I mean, once you own it, you can of course auction them off if you wanted to on OpenSea. But yeah, I guess our goal with it was to just really to be rewarding, as always, as our goal is to be as rewarding and to giving back to our community as we can.
Okay. We have another question. Which chain are you releasing the NFTs?
We're looking at Ethereum, but we also looked at Arbitrum Nova. However, I guess it'll really come down to whatever Ernie and I guess the other core contributors who helped create the NFTs want to launch it on. But those are the two chains that we were looking at: is Ethereum or Arbitrum Nova. And Arbitrum Nova, just because like for the fees, right? I mean, because it is a free mint, the fees on Arbitrum Nova are significantly lower than minting on Ethereum. But again, I guess that would kind of come down to whatever Ernie or I guess the other team members decided.
All right, easy. More details are coming out soon, guys. I can see that you are very excited in the AMA chat right now. All right, so that seems to be the end of our official program for this AMA. Mark, if you would like to again take the stage and say a few words, closing remarks.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to meet up today. And it was really great to meet all of you. Loved the singing earlier, by the way. That was amazing. Some really good singers we've got in the community. It was great to hear all of that. And we also big singers, myself and part of our core team. So yeah, I mean, excited to start the karaoke. And thank you so much again for all your love and support for everybody that's joined today and everyone that's joined our community. We really appreciate you being here, and we look forward to a bright future to be building, as rewarding a product and a platform and a token for all of us, right? So I mean, it's kind of how we look at it is we're all in it together, and if we work together to try and create the most valuable exchange and the most valuable token on the market, we'll all be we can create something really unique and something that I guess to help shape and transform the blockchain space. So looking forward to embarking on this journey together with all of us. And thank you so much again for taking the time to come out today. And yeah, I guess looking forward to the karaoke.
All right, that is the official end of our program. I would like to give the floor back to the Zinsblock representatives.